What is up, guys? It's sigmatastic, and today I'm bringing you the 4-0 OTS tournament locals winning deck, Tenpai Dragons, which I'm going to showcase you now. So I took the first place, went 4-0, 3 games in a row. I went 2-0, and the last game I went 3-0. 2-1. And yeah, the matchups were against Labyrinth, against Tearlaments, and if I remember correctly, against Crystal Beasts, as well as the last game which was the toughest in my opinion, was Tri Brigade, the Bell Star Fire King deck. So yeah, for the deck profile, we have, of course, 3 Tenpai Dragon Pydra. This is the best normal summon because it can get you access to your engine more easily. So you obviously search either Kaiman or the field spell. And another 3 of would be Tenpai Dragon Chandra. All of these dragons can synchro summon during the battle phase, and this one during the damage step, or when another card battles during the damage step, you can special summon a monster from your deck. in that case, you of course special summon Fadra, and then you sync into your synchro monsters. So in any case, 2 Fadra and 3 Sangan Summoning, which is the best field spell you could ever ask for in the deck. During your main phase, your fire dragon monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's card activated effects, so they're immune. So that's really nice, and of course it allows you to search and then discard 1 card. So you want to see this card as much as possible. That's why you run terraforming to search it, and then of course 3 Sangan Kaiman. The card is absolutely insane. It can single-handedly win you games when you just, for example, your opponent clears your board, you enter battle phase, you activate Sangan Kaiman, you special summon Chandra specials Fadra, you synchro, and there you just end the game. Of course, 3 prosperity for consistency, because you have not much cards in your engine, so you want to see prosperity as much as possible. And since you can OTK through prosperity, there's no reason not to run it. So for the board breakers, we have 3 of spell destruction, which is 1 feather duster and 2 lightning storm. And yeah, these cards went very hard in my games. I mean, I was lucky enough to draw them, and when against Labyrinth or anything else, you just bait out all their interruptions and then you go from there. So that's that. And of course, 3 droplet, it didn't come up as much. I'd probably think it's more right to cut it to 2, and 1 rivalry, because you only you only play dragons. So that's it for the board breakers and floodgates. Then of course you run 3 Ash Blossom, because this is the hand trap variant. You also run 3 effect Veiler. What you want to do is you stack up on these hand traps, and then you want to go second, so we can interrupt as much as possible your opponent, and from there you can OTK them on your turn. 3 Droll, Ghost Ogre. It's either hit or miss. This card is not that great, but since in our locals, you have a lot of field spells and continuous spell traps that want to activate their effects, I figured this might be the right choice, but yeah. And last but not least, 3 Imper. So that's a 40 card deck. Yeah, and for the extra deck, we have the Dragions. We have 2 Bidents and 1 Transcendent Dragon. This card is absolutely insane. It just brings back when you synchro summon. You revive Fadra, Fadra revive Chandra, and then you attack as much as possible. Sometimes you don't even need this to finish your opponent. But I don't know. I think this ratio is correct. Maybe, yeah. This card is also very much insane. If this card is synchro summon, you can change all monsters on the field to attack position. So you force out, anything that they have into attack. If your opponent has something in defense, and of course, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase, which is like the most important thing. So sometimes if your hand looks great and you have a lot of guys, you can just make this on main phase 1, enter battle, I don't know, use your Sangen Kaiman, and from there you can freely do anything you want because they're locked out of any activations. So that's that. Then 1 Trident Dragon. Of course, I believe you can win games even without this card. It's kind of I don't know, it's like a dumb card. You can make like 18,000 attack, 18,000 damage with this card. It came up only once, but yeah, you can most definitely play without this card. Because I only play this because I picked it up early on. I wouldn't probably buy it now because it's very, very expensive. Then we have 1 Moonlight Dragon, 1 Kibelt, 1 OTS Meteor Burst Dragon. So, I mean, these cards didn't came up that much, but I've used once this, which was a nice bounce. But yeah, this also has protection during the battle phase, so you can, if you cannot summon right off the bat the Transcendent Dragon, you can probably make this and get away with a lot of things. But if they have some set spells or traps, then it's a bit tougher. I don't know. So these 3, as well as Black Rose Dragon and Black Wing Salt Dragon. This card burns your opponent, and this card pops the field. I've used this effect quite a lot actually, which I didn't expect because I didn't play test this deck that much. But yeah, this card's amazing. Pops the whole field. Like, what do you do now? But this, I didn't summon it once. Maybe it'll come up the next locals. And for the links, we have, of course, the Erratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, which is a nice bounce. And of course, it'll summon the Pydra or anything else you want. And it can, like, it's a very nice thing you can do on turn 1 if you're unlucky. Maybe you can end on this, maybe up a couple of hand traps if your opponent forces you to go first. But yeah, it's a nice card. Then of course SP. Hita won me the game when I got debarriered, called Synchro. I summon Hita take Garunix, attack Sangen Kaiman, and then finish up with small dragons. And yeah, the OTK line with links in order I get debarriered. Yeah, pretty much standard here. For the side deck, I have 3 Heatwave. Didn't use it once. It's very sometimes hard to decide, or rather to predict what your opponent will do, whether they will go first or second. They should probably let you go first. I don't know, but yet again, sometimes they want to go first, and then if you side this in and you draw it, it's like dead card. What do you do? So yeah, 3 of Heat Wave. What else? 3 Bell. Probably for the labs and I don't know, other stuff. Then 3 Fenrirs. I didn't use them. Honestly, like you can substitute for anything you want to suit, like anything you want. Then I had 1 deep barrier, 1 called by, 1 Nibiru, and then these would be blanks, but they were crossouts. So 3 crossouts. Mainly, I don't know what I did put in Nibiru. You can probably also substitute that as well. D barrier for cross out target, and yeah, call by. Sometimes you need to call by, I don't know, Ash or something else. So yeah, probably can, in my case, yeah, you can think of anything else rather than these 4 cards in the side, but I don't know. I think it's pretty solid with the crossouts and calling the barrier. Probably could bump up this to 3 because others also play decks with against which barrier is good. But yeah, that's it for the side deck. And yeah, quick mentions for what you can play next. I mean, what you can play else would probably be 3 Super Poly, Mud Dragon, and Garura, if you want to go more like a board breaker build. And this Blackwing, Crystal Beast, Ultimate Zolkin, and Ancient Fairy Dragon package. But then you're most likely to lose against D barrier. But I mean, this line is nice since you make Ultimate Zolkin with Ancient Fairy Dragon and your Biden Dragon, and then you set 1 card. You can make this, then you make seals, then you banish this and Biden Dragon to synchro summon into your Blackwing Assault Dragon. And of course, during your opponent's turn, when you bounce with the seals, you special summon Pydra. Pydra effect, set a card. Since this card is on the field, then you can special summon Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So this line is also nice, but it's very prone to hand traps. So I don't know. It's still in testing phase. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm really glad this is the first time I've won local. So yeah, that's it. And thank you guys for watching.